The fear of being buried alive is perhaps our most primal human fear. It's something that humans have been scared of for thousands of years. It has happened. Humans have been buried alive in reality. Historically, over the ages, there was, in fact, in the 19th century, a kind of an epidemic of fear of being buried alive. I think it's because there were a number of cases in which people were declared dead because they had cholera or they had some sort of disease that rendered them catatonic, and then only later was it discovered that they had in fact been alive in the coffin or in the crypt.
I'm alive. Can't you hear me? I'm alive, alive, alive. Someone help me.
There are some terrifying stories that have been documented. There's a case of a woman who was put into her family crypt. The husband was convinced that the wife was still alive. He thought he heard noises. Finally, after about a year, they opened the crypt and they found that the body was there, but she had gnawed off her fingers. It's details like this that have created a legend about the notion of being buried alive. When I was a kid, I remember reading a book called 83 Hours Till Dawn. This was the story about a young woman, the daughter of a rich Florida land developer, who was kidnapped and buried in a box underground with an air pump hooked up to it and a supply of food and water laced with sedatives. Well, the idea of being buried alive is not just a primal human historic fear, it's something that I have thought about. And when you write thrillers, you tend to delve into the things that make you frightened. The question is, what does it actually feel like to be buried alive? This is something I wanted to find out so I could write about it, but I didn't want to be actually buried alive. I do my research, that's a little too much. So I figured the only way to actually know what it felt like to be inside a coffin was to get inside a coffin. That was about as close as I wanted to come to being buried alive. I don't think I'll ever forget. Okay, great. Well, let's go for it.
Can't you hear me? I'm alive, alive, alive.
Well, the paint was kind of the least of the issues, I think. Thank you. It's nice to be out.